Hello. Anyway, so we're Team 1, also known as Fire Exit, based on that sign over there. So what we started from, again, as most people, it's our own experiences. We've hosted people to London. We've given them some advice. We've also been to other cities, and even though there is some difference in the scale and complexity, I think the experiences are to some extent transferable. So we started doing a big brainstorm and grouping our things into 3 main categories. First of all, what is it that you want to know to feel like a local when you're in the country? So things ranging from prices, opening times, safety, cool neighborhoods, cultural tips, restaurants. How do you use the bus or the train? How long does it take? Then, what sort of issues you might have accessing this information, especially if you're trying to use existing services. And the most important thing is the how. And looking back on past experience, we found that the how is a lot of the times it involves people. So we set out to see how can we involve people in that process, and that's what we come up with. So it's a bit of a huge solution. We're not yet sure which part exactly are we going to end up building in the end, or wireframing. But the main thing here is that there's the visitors who chose to focus on visitors coming from maybe like a weekend break or something short, not coming to settle here permanently. And there are people who are kind of the meditators, the ambassadors, the locals who know the area. And we want these people to act as a filter almost, to get all the information that they know personally or the information that is out there in an easily kind of digestible format that the visitors can use in their while they are there. Where we're actually focusing mostly for the app is what kind of formats and what kind of information can be carried on a visitor's phone while they are there in a kind of easily digestible format, and how maybe while they are there they can get back in touch with the people who have provided that information in the first place, maybe query them, ask some extra questions, or even meet in real life. And that's all. Thank you.
Question?
How are you going to deal with a foreigner who's visiting for sort of 2 or 3 days, who's from some other country and isn't able to, or doesn't want to afford data roaming?
So the point here is maybe a lot of this, we think that some of these things that people recommend you, that's why we kind of floated the kind of whole traveling and booking stage. You might start getting in touch with these local people before you actually even get there. They can start sending you these recommendations, and these things could get downloaded into your phone. You start preparing this kind of database of stuff into your phone before you actually get there. So it's there loaded, it doesn't need any more data. If you want to get back in touch with them, you can have some sort of voice or SMS service at that time, maybe even to some kind of meditated shortcut that you can say, well, switch it on or off now, I don't want to get any text as an ambassador.
We also talked about language as an issue, and that how some of these people might be useful if you're Greek and you don't speak much English, you could get them on the phone and hold the phone up and get them, tell the taxi driver where you want to go and that sort of thing. That's another option.
One more question only.
How do you go about to incentivize people to contribute to whatever you're thinking about this recommendation service?
So, I mean, one of the main things that we come up with is the point that these visitors will also be able to contribute back their experiences and somehow rate those ambassadors, those local people. So you could become, the top London ambassador or something like that.
We were thinking about like sort of reputation, weren't we? You gain reputation points depending on what data you supply to these visitors and whether it's good enough and whether it's what that person's interests are and what they previously.
It's one of the challenges, the reliability and the trust as well.
Yeah.